We're going to talk to Erin Drain that works at Lush. She's going to talk to us about raw wine. Pairing wines with food, and obviously we're talking about raw food. So what I've noticed about eating raw food and preparing raw is that the flavors are so much more intense because they're in their purest form, you know, natural state, and you're just very minimal processing, maybe some dehydration, which even intensifies the flavor even more. So I found it really interesting. The wines are tasting different to me when I'm eating raw food. Like a wine that we frequently buy, like the Chenin or something like that. You know, it's like, love the wine, you know, could drink it every day. It tastes so much different when we're eating raw food. So I think I'm getting the flavor of the wine more.
Makes sense.
Because of that. Because the food and the wine are just kind of meshing a little bit better together.
Absolutely.
So let's talk about pairing wines with raw prep food.
Well, the traditional school of pairing wine, you're either matching like with like, or you want to set up a contrast. One sort of cleanses away the other, for example. And the contrast doesn't seem as relevant, I suppose, with raw food. So for example, fried chicken and champagne. It's one of our favorite combinations. And when you think about it, you have something that's hot and very greasy, and that is sticking in your mouth, and it's, you know, there after you've taken a bite of the chicken. And then you take a sip of your champagne and you've got a lot of acidity, and then plus the doubly added benefit of texture, so bubbles that are just going like zoop and kind of like stripping that away, stripping those oils away, that grease from your mouth. That pairing works. Now, you're not really going to get the same effect with raw food because you don't have cooked fat, right? So I don't doubt that you're still ingesting fat, like nuts, oils, you know, fattier fish that you might eat, raw salmon, I'm thinking of. It's a little bit of an interesting problem to have because really when you have food that's hot, I mean, you're not, that's cooked, you don't have to put as much thought into it, I would say. Because you can be like, oh, you have this hot spaghetti sauce, and now you can have this like kind of nice acidic Chianti and just zoop, you know, switch it all away. You're not really playing off the benefits of the tomatoes. I think when you have something that's raw, it actually should make wine taste better because, first of all, you don't have the temperature contrast that's going to kind of obliterate the fact that you have something that's like room temperature, you know, or slightly colder than in your mouth. The two are going to be basically in equilibrium in that respect.
The temperature is usually about either like refrigerator cold, you know, or room temperature.
Which is basically what you have with wine. I mean, you're going to have a white that's cold, or you're going to have something that's like 60 degrees, you know, 55 degrees, 60 degrees is 65 degrees is good for a red wine. So in that way, you don't have these kind of like ups and downs, and you can focus on like the breadth of flavor.
The breadth of flavor. I like that. The breadth of flavor.